doing today? This is Leslie, and as promised, I'm going to come on here and give y'all a tutorial on how I am doing this worn leather look on my walls at home. It is a very easy DIY. You just got to be brave and go for it. And the great thing about this is that it's okay if each piece looks a little bit different. The overall look of the walls turn out really great. Now, what I use personally is tissue paper. Tissue paper you can buy at Walmart, the dollar store, any place you can get it. I got a big package. This package I'm finding out is a little bit thinner. The tissue is a little bit thinner than the other one I used, but I'm hoping it's going to go on properly. So what you do first is you take a piece of tissue paper and you're going to fold it. Let me get my fingers going right. You know, like when you were a little kid and you made the little fan in school. You want to fold it up. It's okay if it's not neat. And the reason for that is it's a lot easier. You're going to want to peel the edges. Now I know it's a little bit echoey in here because we don't have any carpets, so I hope y'all can hear this, but you want to peel both the edges. You don't want any straight edges. You want it kind of frayed. And then you open that up and then you fold it the other way. You're going to do the same thing on those straight edges, because again, you don't want any straight edges. You don't have to be neat with it. Now if you take a bunch off, you're going to end up needing more tissue paper because your paper's going to be small, but just take some off the end. Open it up. As you can see, the edges are not straight anymore. And then you wad it up. Just wad it up. Give it a little squeeze and throw it in a pile. I'm going to turn this. I have a bag here. If you could see, I've already done 100 pieces. So what you do, you want to do that first. You get that going. And after you get them all wadded up, you're going to go back. Hey, Linda. You're going to go back and just open them. You don't want to pull them smooth, definitely, because you want those wrinkles in there. You just want to open just enough, probably about like that, okay? Every now and then I come across one that still has a straight edge, because when you're doing so many of them, you kind of forget what you're doing. But you get that going, and so get at least, it depends on how big your wall is. I'm going to show y'all on this little short wall. Here it's just a couple of feet wide so that it doesn't take too long. You want to get your little stack of them already opened, and I'll try to tilt. I don't know if you can see my stack right here, but I've got a stack already opened and ready, and that way when you start painting, you don't use any glue to do this. You're just using your paint. So you're going to put a coat of paint on the wall, and you know, in your space that you're using, and then you're going to put the tissue on it and then paint over it. And I'll show y'all how I do that. I'll do several of them, and then I'll give you a close-up view of what it looks like. And what I use is this little handy little roller. I got it at Ace. You can get, mine is yellow, but I was using a white one. You just want a short nap roller, but nothing too short. We have popcorn ceilings, and they even put that texture on the wall. So I wanted something that's going to hold enough paint, because if your paint roller gets dry, it will grab the tissue back off the wall and roll it around, and we don't want to do that. So be sure you get, you know, a ½ inch is really good for this. Okay, I'm going to tilt the camera up, because we're going to start at the top. I've already gotten my trim just edged in. I taped it and then just edge it in. And I'm going to get some paint on my brother. I'm going to get it loaded up really well. Like I say, I'm just starting out, so my rollers are dry. So we're going to put a good coat of paint on there. And then you want to get some more paint on your roller to make sure it's wet before you start. And it's okay if it messes up grab you a tissue paper. I'm gonna have to hold this in my mouth, sorry y'all. You want it just almost to the ceiling, not all the way to your edges because you want to be able to get paint around it. So you just gently stretch it out and then just touch it. You can blow on it when you're not on the ladder, and you can lay this down, you can blow on it. Now the secret here is to start in the middle, always start in the middle and work your way out to the edges. So we're going to make an X, start there and go down. Up, cover all your edges, so go from the middle out, middle down. If not, your roller will stick and pull the tissue right back off. And then you can just go over it, and you'll have little pieces where you have some really thick wrinkles. You can push it down with your finger into the edge. It's okay, you're gonna get messy, which is why I wear the same paint clothes, because I'm gonna get messy. And then along the top to seal that in. And then go ahead and get your next space right beside. Since this is a small wall, I'm gonna do the one right beside it. I'm gonna go down here and get some more paint. And after I do this, I'll zoom in, I'll bring the camera over. I'm going to measure this a little bit. You can tear it in half, really easy. Get your little measurement going. Go back up here. And you want to overlap just slightly the tissue paper that you just had there. Just very, it don't have to be an inch, but you don't want it to be not overlapped because then you'll see the line on your wall. So then you stick that to your wet paint. Again, just very lightly. Start in the middle and go out, always the middle and out. If not, it will grab your roller and pull it right back off. Okay? And I'm going to have a corner here. After I get to this next wall, I will fold it around and stick. But I'm going to get the camera and see if I can get you guys close up so you can see. I'm not sure which noise. Oh, probably. Oof, sorry, I don't want to make you sick. Probably where I was rolling in my paint. Was it this noise? Filling up my paint roller. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to turn. Here we go. I'm going to bring you guys up here. This is what we started with. And now this is what we end up with. So it gets that texture on your wall that looks like worn leather. And you can do this in a two-dimensional color. You can do a darker color behind it and then go over the top of it with a light. Or I tried to do that, and that's really hard. But what I found in my back bathroom I did was I did all the paint like this, and then I got a darker color and watered it down, just add a little bit of water to the paint, and then I just kind of brushed over it real rough so it looks like it had gotten kind of a dirty, worn leather look. So that's what it's going to look like when we're done. Isn't that awesome? No glue, just tissue paper and paint. And so I find if you're on your bigger walls, let me step down so I don't hurt myself. When you do your big wall, you want to, so sorry about that, ladies. You want to do a section and come down with it, and then go over and do the next section down. Because if you have your big main wall and you're trying to do it, if you do just the sections all the way across the top, the one over that you started with is getting dry. So then when you go back to paint to do your next layer, you overlap your paint because you need it wet, and then you end up with these darker lines because you've painted there twice instead of just the once. So it works out really good just to do a line straight down. But since this wall is so skinny, I'm gonna just go like I've been doing it across. But that looks so good, and it's fun to do. So I'm gonna do a little more if y'all want to watch another one, and then we will let's go. Load up your paint. Get your wall wet. Again, you don't want it dry. If it's dry, it's not gonna stick. And if you don't put enough paint on your roller, it will stick. And if it sticks, no big deal. Just peel it off, throw it away, and get you another piece. We had like 3 or 4 pieces that stuck on us doing the girls' room last week. So, load up your paint roller first. You got your tissue that you wadded up. Be sure you overlap the edge just a little bit. The tighter you have it, if you want a lot of wrinkles, you can even do this on it and make it tighter, and it's okay. You can still start in the middle out. I'll do a really wrinkly one for you. Always the middle out. See how that started grabbing up there, because it was getting kind of tacky because I waited too long to combine these. And I didn't overlap it because I was yapping. But I can fix that really easy. It's when you keep those little pieces and you make patches. Push it down with your hand. Again, you want to get kind of a thicker tissue. If you have a mess, just pick it off. Just pick it off. I guess I better not put it on my floor. I'm going to step on it and walk it through the house. There you go, on your trash can. And so it's okay. But if you have the thicker paper, it definitely works better. We get a little piece to put in the middle. Some more paint. So this is already wet. I'm hoping this is gonna work. If not, you're gonna see me fixing to make my first mistake. Or my second mistake. Here we go. And you just roll it over. Roll it over. Isn't that fun? Sometimes you'll get a bubble in there where something wants to, where you air pocket got behind, and it's really easy to rub it with your finger. Just be sure you wear clothes you can wipe it on. But that's so fun. And that's how you do it. And as you can see, that one has more wrinkles. We kept more wrinkles in that. Lots and lots of fun. So anyway, that's my tutorial for how to get the worn leather look on your walls with tissue and paint. If y'all have any questions or you need to see something closer up, y'all let me know, and I've got a whole room to do so I can do this again. Alrighty, thank y'all so much. Can't wait to show y'all the finished look of our rooms. I'm so excited. Y'all have a great day.